the first time I've done a vlog in a while, and I'm actually feeling kind of like nervous. I'm like fidgeting with my hairband and stop! It's all good. Anyway, I'm here in a bathrobe. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I just was poking around the internet, and I saw some YouTube videos, and I thought, oh, I should really do an update. So here I am, fiddling with my bracelets and being nervous in front of the camera, which is something I haven't experienced in a long time. I have nothing to be nervous for, I just am. I'm sure you understand. Anyway, so, how I've been doing? Nothing's really changed. My weight is up and down the mid-160s. Whoop whoop, nothing interesting there. It is kind of funny though because I'm right on the borderline between normal weight and overweight by my height and age and sex. My BMI, I guess it just goes by your height and your sex. My BMI says that 164 is the start of normal weight going downward. So like one day I'll wake up and I'm overweight and one day I'll wake up and I'm normal weight. Anyway, so that hasn't changed much, but I have noticed my body changing. It's interesting how the fat melts off your body from the areas that are most fat, but then when it comes back on your body, if you gain a pound or two, it doesn't go back where it came from necessarily. It just kind of goes back on your body. So like my body's constantly retaking shape because I'm doing this wiggling up and down in the same few pounds. My body will go down and my tummy and my butt will get a little slimmer and I'll look pretty good. And then, you know, the next couple weeks I'm not eating so great and I go up a couple pounds. And it doesn't just go back to like my tummy and my butt, it'll go back to like my back and my arms and my face. And it just kind of goes wherever it wants to until you burn it off again. And it's just interesting to watch my body transform and transform. Something disappointing that happened, there's a pair of shorts that I wore a lot last summer, and by the middle of the summer, before I stopped doing raw as much, they were getting really loose, like I kind of had to tighten the waist section to keep them up properly, and now they're too tight to wear. I mean, I can wear them, but they're not comfortable. So that's disappointing. But, you know, then again, there's other dresses that never used to give me a great hourglass figure that now give me a wonderful figure. So my body's just changing. What I've kind of come to, what I've absolutely decided at this point is that I am so over calorie counting. It is ridiculous. I am so done eating 1,200 calories a day. I mean, come on, people. When did I start eating 1,200 calories? I mean, I didn't start with 1,200. I started with like 1,600. But when did I start eating restricted calories? It was January 2008 I started looking at my food. So it's been 2.5 years now, 2 years on YouTube, 1 year since I hit first goal. That's a long time to be counting your calories. And I'm so light now and so close to goal that I'm like having to eat this teeny tiny little amount of calories every day, and it just drives me crazy. I'm very comfortable eating around 1,800 calories a day, which is, fortunately for me, right around my maintain weight calories. So what I've been doing lately is eating 1,200 some days and 2,000 some days, and over the course of the week it kind of balances out to maintain weight. And then some weeks more days are high calorie and some weeks more days are low calorie, and that's what causes the weight fluctuation. But I don't think I have the drive any longer, and probably never will again, to eat 1,200 calories a day and just be like, oh, I'm losing weight and eating low calorie doesn't matter. I'm like, no, damn it, I want my food. So, I mean, that's honestly how I feel. I'm just like, I can't do 1,200 calories. I'll do it sometimes, but I don't like it. Today it's 3 in the morning and I'm not going to eat anything more for sure. And I had less than 1,600 calories today, like 15 something. I was doing the math in my head, but I know it was around there. Good day. I don't feel hungry. I don't feel like I'm pushing a diet, but I also don't feel like I gorged myself. So the only way for me to lose weight, my conclusion is that I have to exercise. So I've been doing that more, and that's where I'm at. Weight still wiggle along the middle, and I need to exercise more. So what happened to my New Year's resolution is probably what a couple of you are thinking, which was, number 1, to become an athlete. I'm working on it. So it's been 6 months of up and down trying to figure out. A lot of things happened that I didn't expect, and trying to figure all those things out. I got tired of a bunch of projects I was doing, and wrapping those up took about as much work as it took to run them for a while. And B2L just kind of got behind, and I was dating Corey, and life was just changing, and I was doing a bunch of other stuff, and it just kind of, all the goals that I had overarching for this next year just got kind of shoveled into the background. Like, you don't matter, and I'll think about you later. And now everything is just kind of smooth sailing, and I'm able to get back to these things. Anyway, numero uno would be exercise. So Jason bought running shoes, and he and I are running once a week consistently. I do feel comfortable running in my neighborhood when he's around. And then I think I might buy a car. That's the other piece of the puzzle. Because I don't know if some of you can relate to this or not, but I don't want to exercise at 5 o'clock in the evening. I don't want to exercise at 8 o'clock in the morning. I wish that my desire to exercise like fell perfectly at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when I'm like just done with work for my mom and ready to go into the day, or alternately just waking up before I go to the day. But I never happen to want to exercise at that period of time during the day. I always want to exercise at like 11 o'clock at night or like 1 o'clock in the morning. Something I get that bug like, ooh, it would feel really good to just be like running and jamming out to music right now. But I live in Anaheim, California, and I don't feel comfortable running at night. And because I don't have a car, I can't like go to the gym. I'm a member of 24 Hour Fitness, and I'm a member of a rock climbing gym, and I'm not going to either right now. Stupid, I know, wasted money. So I should be going, and to go, I need a car because Corey works nights. So even if he was here and I could borrow his car to go to the gym, it would be the daytime when I'm never inspired to go. It's just a mess. Anyway, so I've been looking at buying a car. That, and for a bunch of other reasons like having a vehicle, which just kind of makes sense in Southern California. I still don't really want one on principle, but I'm kind of facing the fact that I'm going to have to get one. Anyway, all that aside, once I get a vehicle, I will be able to exercise even more because I will have the opportunity to go to classes when I want, and go to the gym in the middle of the night if I want to just go running, and also allow me to go to the mountains a lot more and go hiking a lot more, which is something that I did this week in Yosemite. It was amazing. This is getting long, 7.5 minutes. Okay, wrap it up. What were the other points I wanted to make? I used to be like a total hiking fanatic when I lived in Seattle, and I didn't actually go hiking all that much, but I was crazy about it and always excited about the next trip 3 or 4 months down the road, and I was planning it, and you know. And so I was nuts about it, but I was not very good at it. At 220-ish pounds, where I've sat the last few years before I started to lose weight, it was just killer. My feet, my knees, my back would just die, and I would always have a breakdown at some point during the hike, whether it's 5 miles to the rainforest or whether it's 3 miles up a mountain. At some point during that hike, I would stop and I would sob, and I would think I could not go on, and I was never going to be able to do it, and I would be dizzy for like 20 minutes and think I was going to throw up and blah, blah, blah. This time in Yosemite, I kicked ass. I was hauling ass up the mountain, and I wasn't going super fast the whole time. I mean, I was pacing myself, but like, we didn't have to stop nearly as much as we did. It was so beautiful. We were stopping all the time, but I was in great shape. We were going up the Mist Trail. Any of you who've done any hiking in Yosemite Valley probably knows the Mist Trail that goes up to, what's the Vernal Falls, which is below Nevada Falls. Some of you will know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we did this trail, and it's like vertical stairs half the time, and it's ridiculously difficult, but I did it, and I didn't even get dizzy. I didn't even get close to being nauseated. I just went for it. I could breathe. I could sustain my energy, and that feeling was like the aha moment once again to go, you gotta stop being so hard on yourself. Because I get, you know, like when the shorts don't fit, I get so angry and so sad, and I cry to Corey, I'm getting fat and I'm gonna be fat again. And you know, the truth is I gained 2 or 3 pounds. I lost them again, and then I gain them and it's dramatic, and then I lose them again. And what really matters is I did not gain back the other 65 or the other 60. You know? I mean, I can do the hike miles up the mountain and not exhaust myself, whereas before I couldn't even get halfway. I'm not carrying that weight on me, and I guess I'll leave that message with you. Anybody who's freaking out about their last weigh-in or their last month of horrible eating, just keep trying to make it work, because it's those little tiny changes. Like, for example, me deciding I'm going to go to the gym at least once a week. I'm going to go running with Jason at least once a week, and I'm going to try to go to the gym once more a week. So that's 2 workouts committed a week. That's like nothing, but it's better than nothing. that baby step. It is the next step for me, and I'm going to do it, and it's going to be great, and it's going to work because I'm ready for it. I've committed to that one very measurable, very attainable goal. And I haven't gained the other 65 back. So that's great. And that's it. That's my life. I'll try and keep you guys more updated.